Willie D Live.
What's up, family? A constitutional amendment has been introduced in the House that could allow Donald Trump, your president, to serve a third term. What do you think about it? Give me a thumbs up if you're with it. Thumbs down if you say, hell no, man, get him out of here. Get him out of here. I'll vote for a dog before I vote for him. I'll give you a few moments to think about it. Okay, time's up. Representative Andy Ogles has proposed H.J. Res 29 to amend the 22nd Amendment and allow presidents to be elected up to 3 times. This is a bold idea, fam. That would completely change modern presidential term limits. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Can you stand? First of all, can you even stand to see this guy another day, let alone another term? He's got 3 more years on this term, on his current term. Can you imagine another 4 more years? Whoo, Lord. Good Lord. But anyway, fam, yeah, Trump has toyed with the idea of running a third term many, many times. Many times, different times at rallies. He's been asked many times in the White House. That was an interview that he did a while back. This was back in 2015. He did this interview. And this is according to NBC News, where he said, the article read, President Donald Trump did not rule out the possibility of seeking a third term in the White House, which is prohibited by the Constitution under the 22nd Amendment, saying in an exclusive interview with NBC News that there were methods for doing so, and clarifying that he was not joking. Now, remember in the video that before that interview, he was at a rally joking, saying it would be my honor to serve you a second term, a third term, maybe even a 4th term. But then he was just joking. But he's never just joking. You know how I know he doesn't joke? Because he doesn't have the type of charisma to tell a joke. Like he's not that type of person. He just says stupid stuff. And you might think it's a joke, but it's not a joke. So everything he says has some type of truth to it. Not necessarily credence, but truth. He wants to be the dictator of the United States, not the president. He wants to be the dictator of the United States. And he wants to be the United States forever president until his clock gets punched. He wants to continue to be the president. He has no intention on giving up the White House. Remember, it took it took an act of Congress for him to get out of the office the last time. He was like, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I don't care what the polls say. I'm not leaving. I don't care what the results say. I'm not leaving. Yeah. So imagine this time around, he has more power than he had the first time around. He has a lot more power and he's actually exercised that power and nothing has been done. This dude right now is currently sitting on 34 felonies, but he's gonna end up with probably over 300-400 felonies if they were to try him for his crimes as president. I say, nah, man, don't worry about that amending the Constitution. Not for that. I say, let's move on. If we're going to amend the Constitution for anything, I say, let's be more aggressive about going after child predators. I say, let's amend the Constitution to include the death penalty for cops who kill people illegally. Yeah, let's amend it for that. Let's amend it for no citizen left behind. Let's clean up these streets, get people off the streets. Let's make sure that everybody got free health care. Let's amend it for that. Yeah, let's do something like that because it can actually be done. But y'all got to understand that these politicians, their job is to keep us divided. That's right, I said it. Their job is to keep us divided. Their job is to keep us at war with one another. And when I say divided, I'm not just talking about along race lines. I'm talking about along all lines. Age, gender, religion, education, everything, fam, of money, everything. Their job is to keep us divided because that's how they control us. But here's the thing for any of you that may be concerned, a constitutional amendment allows or requires 3/4 of the states to ratify to even be passed at all. So it first has to be passed by the House and the Senate. So that's before you can even get the states to vote on it. So I don't really see it happening. Anything could happen, but I don't see it happening. I do know that the Democrats and the Republicans are oftentimes actually on the same team. So anything could happen, but I don't see that happening. And even if it did happen, he would have a formidable opponent in Barack Obama. Because if he ran, I don't see how Barack Obama could stay out of the race. I know that his wife don't want him to run again, but I can't see her stopping that. Like, just like history put him in a position, history decided that he would step into that role as president, as the 45th president. Was he 45th? 44th, as the 44th president. So as history decided that, history would decide for him to run again, because you need somebody that could rally the troops, that could really, really rally the troops. Somebody, and here's the thing, like across all lines, you know what Barack is going to do. Barack Obama is a safe bet for, kind of like for everybody, because now they know that, so he ain't going to take over and put the blacks in position to enslave the white people. And he's qualified to be diplomatic. He's even temperament. He's even tempered. He is not aggressive. He doesn't wake up every day making threats to Americans. You know what? This is a much safer bet. And I do believe that overwhelmingly people would pick him. But at the same time, how does that even look when you got the elections being rigged every day? Because they absolutely rigged the elections in Texas for that race for the Senate between Jasmine Crockett and James Tellerico. That was absolutely rigged. You can't tell me no different. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. How does a Donald Trump third term sound to you? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. No more talk.